100% good. I'm putting this on. This is July 6th, and this is the worst storm I've experienced in this house. Did water just hit me in the face? I might be imagining things, but this is bad. This is real bad. Oh, yeah, no, this is bad. My chair that was there is now in the front. Oh, that is water. I just slipped on water. Why? Oh, footsteps from earlier. Oh my God, it literally, there's water coming in under the door. That's got water. There's a leak there. A little bit of water there. These are getting blasted. Holy shit. Guess I'll have to check. Oh, no lights in this room. Oh, I'm gonna get a flashlight. The generator is running. I have 500 gallons of propane, so I shouldn't lose my refrigerator. This fan will apparently keep going. That's excellent. I guess. Nah, I need a little flashlight. Lots of lightning and thunder. Just want to check these doors for leaking. A little bit of water coming into the door frame. This is absurd. This is like Abby normal. Look at this, is wet. You understand the top of this window is wet? It means it has to travel 10 feet horizontal to hit this. That will actually keep working, the waifu thing. I was just outside admiring the goddamn, what's it called? You hide in the closet, boopers? You hide in the closet. You could hear it through the wall. This door, I have no idea how well this holds up to storm events. Oh yeah, we got water coming in here. I gotta get some towels. All right, towels for that door. No leaky roofs, I hope. This is fine. I'll check the windows individually. The generator's back there and running fine. This has got water on the top, but we're not getting assaulted by the wind here. It's only on that side. Holy fuck. Look at the water flowing off the roof. This is absolutely absurd. The generator is now uncovered, which should be fine as long as it doesn't melt. I'm definitely gonna have to go outside with a drone after this. Oh, the ceiling fan still works. Excellent. So these work. I don't think this light works. This light does work. Excellent. Buy a house with a generator, boys and girls. Buy a house with a generator. Air conditioning is claiming to be trying to run, but it's not. You know, I just have to get towels. So let's get towels. I'm guessing paper towels. We will just steal an entire fucking roll. My bedroom first, because that's carpet. Shouldn't last that long. I was looking on GPS. I was literally about to go set up the I was gonna go set up the recording outside to record the audio, and that would not have been good. I think the worst of it's done now. And you can see all on the bottom here. This is good for the home. If I have to call my insurance agent, it's like I'll just upload this video to YouTube and be like, yo, here's all the shit that went down that I saw. Can I open this window without it getting murdered? That is nuts. Oh, I'm gonna lose trees. I'm actually feeling a suction through this window, so I want to close it. Because if there's air coming into this through this window, that means it's somewhere else in the house is letting air in. Stay there, boopers. She looks so concerned. Front door was okay. Yeah, there's water definitely coming in a little bit, not like a super concerning amount. Here, because I opened it, because that's my fault mostly. Okay, so give that a wipe. I don't hear the roof tiles flopping. That's a good thing. Still plenty of lightning though. Yeah, the wind is let up. Let's see here. That'll flow back down. I mean, that's some whoo. Lost my rake. My pressure washer's clean now. That's not a good thing. I got soaking wet. I'll have to check the carburetor before I start that back up. Yeah. Those windows are all closed. One thing I either like or hate about these windows is none of them are those like ones that can pull out and clean the outside. They're straight up, straight down storm windows. Tell you to go to hell. Yeah. And I think that's it. There's my good flashlight, which I had in New York with me. Plenty of voltage. My chair didn't go any farther than that. Still getting plenty of rain though. Yeah, it was a bad one. I can't tell if anything else fell at the back of the garage. Alright. I love how all this is wet. The entire around my front door is wet. Everything got wet. I'm wiping my feet on the mat that is also soaking wet. That was put on the GoPro levels of catastrophe. I don't want to leave water on the floor just so I know if there's water coming from anywhere else. It's my footsteps. And I think that's it. That's still powered. So I guess both those outlets still get power, because I'm still trying to figure out the house. Like this front row does not get power because its switches are over here. But the bathroom and subsequently the butler pantry do, and that's on a 3-minute timer. So I'll be able to find my alcohol in a blackout and still find my beans without a flashlight. You can basically live without a flashlight. I think the bathroom lights also work, but not the bedroom lights. You could check that by looking over here in the hallway. Is there a green light on here? Yep. So that's bathroom lights. The master bathroom lights still work. Still getting a hell of a lot of lightning flashes. Should let you walk out now. Let's see what the pasta has to say. Ooh. Is that sesame chicken? Well, it's not chicken. If that was sesame chicken, I'd say, ooh, but what is it? Sesame tofu? That generator stinks. Wow, that's a deep one. That like rumbled my bowels. Oh, everything's clean that was outside. All right. I actually had time. I ran downstairs. I shut off this computer, which is powering the TV. The TV was still ready to go. Computer was running. Actually, it runs off the generator, but this room is weird. Like the UPS doesn't like the power the generator puts out. So I just shut that off. I could be just watching shit off my NAS, because my NAS is powered by that big APC, but that also is not powered by the generator because I don't like it. And I couldn't shut it off from up here. There's no UPS up here to run the monitor. If there was a UPS up here to run the monitor, it would have been fine, because I'd be able to just turn it on, shut off the computer. I had to run downstairs, press the button, Because the other monitor down there wasn't on the power backup either, so that's a flaw in the design. This one here, load capacity, battery capacity, display, input. Oh, it's actually getting 0. Oh, because we're here. What I could do is I could run this back to where it likes the UPS. This is the only UPS that likes the power here. So this outlet in the middle of the room is generated, and if everything holds true to tradition, yep, 120 volts input, I think. Yep, it's getting power. It thinks it's on. It's got almost no load, just a little computer. So this will run on the generator just fine. It's the only computer in the house that's on a generator backup power brick that also the UPS is fine with it. So I could just turn this TV on like a little waifus. Where's my TV remote slash thing? Why? Why does everything suck? Everything sucks and then you die. 2 things before then. Well, I could turn that on if I find the goddamn remote. But yeah, I could still cook on my gas stove. I could still press clear and set the microwave up. Clear. Yeah, I could still cook with it without that's a thing the Sharp has. You just hold start touch on, and you gotta hold it on for 5 seconds, which is like, what good is that? The shortest amount of time I think a microwave can be used is like 10 to 15 seconds, and it's still fucking annoying to hold it there for that long. All right, I'll let my poisonous generator run. We'll see how long this blackout lasts. I didn't even know I was having one because all the lights came on when I asked it to. Because I'm like, Alexa, turn on my lights. And Alexa's, one of the Alexas at least is on battery backup. Which one though? It heard my voice. That's a good question. Which one is battery backed up? You're on battery power, you're dead. It's either the one in my bedroom. Oh, it's gotta be the one in my bedroom. I'll echo. Where are you? Echo, where are you? Okay, now it's weird because this one isn't responding. Echo. So that's not getting battery backed up. The one in the bathroom is not responding because these are not. These work, but not those outlets. Echo. Wow, echo. No. Echo, hello. How did it hear my voice? Because it literally came in and said turn on all lights. Oh, it's got to be this one. Echo. Ask Weatherflow for a report.
Here is your report for North Yard. It is 68 degrees Fahrenheit with a relative humidity of 95%.
Okay.
The pressure is 29.946 inches of mercury and steady. The winds are from the west-northwest at 6.5 miles per hour and gusting up to 9.4 miles per hour.
Lies.
Currently, there is heavy rain.
Yeah.
So far today, it has rained 1.34 inches.
That was...
The last lightning strike detected was a few seconds ago and between 3 and 7 miles away. There have been 705 lightning strikes detected in the last 3 hours.
Holy shit. I just asked it that. Like, no fuck 30 minutes ago, and there were 5 lightning strikes detected. It detected 700 lightning strikes. Because it does out to 330 miles. Here, let's open up the app. And also the wind. Did it knock over the fucking detection thing? Because the only reason it would be that wrong is if the fucking thing fell over, which I wouldn't doubt in that wind, even though I have it bolted to a tripod. Nope, it's still up. Yeah, that was a whew. That was a whew. Okay, lightning. Holy shit. You don't know what that looks like. Here, let me give you a normal, like that's normal. Like that's a storm is coming in, lightning, lightning, lightning. And this was just like lightning, 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 lightning. Every one of those indications is 10 minutes. That's a screenshot. Let's go to the wind now and see if wind is actually a mess. Oh Oh yeah, there you go. There's your 40 mile an hour, 43 mile an hour gusts 10 minutes ago. So we had some wind. This is starting at 5:20. It's currently 6:20. So we had some wind, and then it went up to around 25 mile an hour gusts, a little low, and then boom, 30 to 45 mile an hour gusts. And we're back down. And that's low. The lull when it's not fast, usually it's low. This was gusting to 45 and lulling to fucking 25. Minimum of 25 mile an hour sustained winds with an average of 33 miles an hour. So that's pretty good. This house, by the way, on the blueprints claims 90 mile an hour winds it will handle. I'm so glad. If whatever just happened in the winter when the trees weren't up, those would have been 60, 70 mile an hour winds. Because I know this place. I know this property now. Those trees around the outside protect like a motherfucker. Usually it's just a calm breeze during the summer. As soon as those leaves fall down, wind tunnel. All right, well, I'll figure out what I'm doing. That is actually just sustaining. It's not beeping or anything. So that might actually hold up. I'm gonna try turning on my TV and using the apps for the first time, because this way I don't have to use the computer. The internet should still work as long as the UPS in the basement keeps my networking gear running, because that computer is going to be a heavy draw. So let's see if I can watch some YouTube or Prime Video or see what this does. I may have to sign into things. So I'm going to cut off this video now. Probably going to go on some sort of weird side, probably the unboxing channel. It was like, what's Zeos do with a fucking blackout? Buy a generator. It's some stuff I would change around though. Like there's definitely things I would want on the generator that are not currently on the generator. Anything in the basement that's not the lights is not on the generator. I have to steal outlets from everywhere. The alarm panel outlet thing isn't on it. The garage is completely dead right now. Be nice if there was one, there's only one circuit that goes out there. And you certainly don't need the garage on the thing, but the doors are all electric. So if you have a power outage and get your door out, you gotta fucking pull the handle to raise the door up and then go back inside and put it down. So I'd probably a generator backup or battery backup the garage, just to get a door up and down in an emergency once. Because if it's not up, then you're pulling it, lifting it, driving out in a fucking hurricane, and then getting out of your car to fucking close the door, and then it doesn't latch because you pulled the handle, so you gotta like it. I'd want a battery backup or generator line over there. This room seems to be fine. I have a fan. I got my TV working on a UPS, and it's generated. So I guess with smart TVs, that's one of the benefits. You don't need to run a computer. And I can run this one, which is a computer. Now the NAS will shut off when it detects the UPS is at 15% charge. Because that's what it just 15% left. I'm going to shut this down, and then I lose all the access to the Plex and everything. But yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with the way this works. A little bit of like dimming in the lights. Echo, kitchen 100. That still works. And we lose the back array here and the front array, which is fine. This is plenty. And the refrigerator should have lights. And it's working perfectly. All right, that's enough of this. This is that first world fucking blackout. That's what a first world blackout looks like. And trust me, I enjoy blackouts. And during the winter, that apparently, look, I didn't know how generators like 100% work. I understand it's an engine. It starts with a thing, but there's a battery in that, like a car battery, and it was 6.5 years old. And come middle of winter, when it's 20 degrees out, I lost power, and I actually lost power. Like legit blackness. And I'm like, oh God, because that was the first time that's happened. And literally that TV was just doing waifu screensavers completely on the UPS for like 80 minutes. That's how long that will last. That TV with that little computer will last 80 minutes on that little cyber power. And everything else was dead. And that wouldn't start. So the next day or the day after that, I went and bought like a $200 battery for that fucking generator. Like here's the thing, if that generator doesn't work, my well pump doesn't work. If my well pump doesn't work, I can't drink water or flush toilets. So that's fucking important. In the wintertime, that makes the heater go, because the heater's propane, but it still needs fans. So without electricity, big no-no in the winter, inconvenience in the summer, except you don't get water, which is a big no-no. So a lot of shit rides, and that's why me and Dan had that long generator discussion in the other video. It was just sort of like, yeah, how can we get this better? Like, he's getting a diesel military generator at some point. And I shouldn't get that because I'd have to keep diesel around, and it's like, no. Propane's fine, big tank, fill it up. This is like the only use the propane tank gets in the summertime, other than when I barbecue, which is like 500, I have a 1,000-gallon tank, it's got 500 gallons in it. That'll run for a while. But you know, I think I'm pretty good. It's gonna get, thank God it dropped to the 60s. It's actually warmer in here than it is outside now. It was 93 today. Today's the day I brought Chewbacca to the vet. And she's starting her pain meds. So Chewbacca's on pain meds, and I'm looking for leaks in my house, which is actually, any drips in those windows? I'm really proud of that. Like, there's no signs of anything like coming down the wall or discoloration under the window. This is my 4,000 milliamp hour Nightcore TK4. If Pasa's watching this, she could link this flashlight, because this is a great flashlight because it tells you exactly how much battery you have left, and you have multiple levels of lumens, so you could have it last as long or short as you want, and you could do that 4,000 blast to see like shit up there. It does get hot when you do that though, so I don't recommend that for very long. Yeah, okay. Does the anime cabinet come on? I don't think the anime cabinet comes on. Oh God. I gotta sell the house now. It's all fucking ruined. All right, blackout has officially ended. It is the following day, about 22 hours later. And generator ran the entire time. I actually cracked the lid open a little bit because it was getting hot in there. But it's gonna rain again, so I have to close that lid. Let me show you the other things that I've done. I talked about this power supply, or this UPS being the one that is okay with the generator's power. And what that does, it gives it power beyond that. Whereas but right after I shut the camera off, I wanted to try to keep my networking equipment and stuff going. So, 100-foot extension cord, as you can see on the steps, was going up, plugged into the back of that UPS. And then my UPS down here that runs the NAS and the network equipment and the home theater, that was going to be running off of that. And I've done this before, and it worked for a short period of time during this blackout, which lasted so long, twice. See, it's not a lot of load. If the NAS was off, and I was okay with the NAS being off, all that's down here really is my networking equipment and maybe the little microcomputer. As I was having like maybe 80 to 100 watts of draw for the whole thing, and it kept telling me like, okay, it's running off power, I'm running off power, running off power. Nah, I'm not running off battery. No, it's power. Power's fine. And it would go on and off and on and off, and then it would eventually get to the point where that one died, and then this one would, whatever it had charged up to was just like, nope, and then it would shut things off. This probably power cycled twice. I lost Wi-Fi, I couldn't control my lights. I have to shut off that fireplace. This fireplace defaults to come on as soon as power returns. Yard sale stuff. So, and there's no way to set that not. So I used to know if I saw my fireplace on in the middle of the, and when I woke up the next day, there was a blackout. I turned that UPS back on. As soon as it regains power, the fans come on, so I know it's like, so now this computer should have booted and be good to go. There was one other thing I did during the blackout, which, by the way, let me tell you, the lightning bugs. I should have taken the camera out and just ran through the fields. There was 200,000 lightning bugs out on the outside because there was no lights. The last thing I didn't do anything really in the garage, or I gotta go reset the thing, is I got my bidet to work, but not the one in the master. The one in the master requires me to open a panel and unplug a thing, so I didn't do that. Instead, very, very safe, 15-foot extension cord to here, 25-foot extension cord to here, and then this unit actually has a short 6-foot extension cord that goes to here. So I was able to use the guest bedroom bidet. As much as I don't prefer this one because it's round, I was bideting it up. That's what I did. I got this extension cord out of the garage Because I'm like, you know what I need? Exactly a 25-foot extension cord. Because I was going to plug it in there. And then I realized what that was doing to that, and I'm like, ah. But that entire wall, all its plugs still work for whatever reason, which is actually why, thanks to the generator, I was able to get all those graphs off the weather station, the weather flow, which was nice. It was nice to know when the storm was coming, what it was doing, even though I was in a blackout state. So, actually stayed relatively cool. It was 91 until the storm, then it dropped to like 70. And I was worried it was just gonna get hot and humid, but it never did, because the fans, the actual fans of the 2-3 ton units I have kept running, because I have these were still powered via the generator, because if the heat has to come on, propane powers the heat, all it has to run is the fan and the computer, or the brains. So this was still going. It was complaining. It was like, hey, I've been trying to cool the house off for hours and it ain't going. You might want to service your shit. So it didn't know that there was no power. But as you can see, it says 79. It's about as hot as it's gotten today, and it's 91 today, although it's just cracked 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The humidity, if you go outside and come back in, I went outside to repair the fences and pick up some like fucking tree branches that fell and throw them into the woods. And then I came back in here and it felt like it was air conditioned, even though it wasn't, because all the metal ducting is all in the basement, cold, and it's blowing air through it. Even if it's sucking the air from there and bringing it down, and it's cooling it off in the basement and blowing it out, it's still cooling off the air. It would always be cooler in this house than it would be if there was nothing blowing at all. So blessed be. And now it's actually air conditioned. I believe the air conditioner is running. Yes. It's going to try to cool this house down. It's was going to be later in the day, so we're pretty good. So I've reset this to be back to normal. I'm not sure if it's actually turned back on, because this thing kept dying, and I kept unplugging things from it, trying in a desperate attempt to keep it from draining the battery of that, so that would keep feeding the UPS downstairs, so I could have Wi-Fi at least. Because if I had Wi-Fi, I could at least control the lights. Oh, I've turned it on. Oh, I just shut it off. Oh, you stupid ass. The light was on. So why didn't the TV turn on? Huh. Let's try that again. Turn on. All right, there it goes. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Poor babies. That's got to reboot for the first time. Yeah, I got to reset my clock on my stove. This was sort of like my indicator, because there's so much stuff in here that's is backed up that I would just look at the stove. The stove is off. I knew it was off. The microwave, however, was on all the time. And that's it. I didn't do much. I don't know if I want to start. I don't know if I trust the power being back on, like perfectly fine from now till the end of, the next blackout of natural causes, because there's going to be another storm today. And frankly, I had the power come back on twice that I know of while it was blacked out. Once at like midnight, I was in the bathroom there using the bidet, and I had flipped all the switches on. They didn't work, and the lights went on. Oh, off, on, off, on, off. I'm like, fuck, don't do that, because all my appliances and everything that's plugged in, all the UPSs and everything, just got power, and then didn't, and then did, and then didn't, and then did, and it's like, don't do that. That's bad for things, power company. And then we had a Foolie, like 4 or 5 hours ago. I was lying in bed there, just because it was the cooler room, and the fan came on. I'm like, oh my God, I've got power. And that lasted for 4 minutes. And then it went away again. And it was just like, ah. Because in that 4 minutes, actually the UPS downstairs charged back up. Somehow with USB told the NAS to wake up, because things weren't working, and then the NAS turned back on. And then over the last period of downtime for 4 hours, this had charged enough that it was still charging that, and therefore my computer downstairs has been on for the last 5 hours. So that's interesting. The computer and the NAS have been on for 5 hours, even though I just got power back 20 minutes ago. And I moved my chest freezer back to its own plug and not trying to run it off the UPS downstairs. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. Opened it up. Literally everything's rock solid in there. Nothing even came close to defrosting. So yeah, today is July 7th, and that was a big blackout in my area of the Northeast. And I'm gonna go maybe do a review of that, the big box, because that was like my entertainment thing. It was like, because I mean, I had like that would have worked with the speaker there if I trusted it to, you know, to drain the battery. But I mean, why not when you? So you'll see this later. Thank you for subscribing, and see you tomorrow.